G'day guys, Jase here from Jase Stuart, and thanks again for tuning in. I had my mate Brent Socky Thorogood ask a question on the group, and I'm loving these questions, guys, but he asked a question which was, is it better to consume high protein foods or to get your protein through supplements in powdered form? Okay, so a few points to make. Firstly, I guess we've got to ask, what is the intent of taking protein or aiming for protein in your diet? Firstly, protein helps to build muscle. That's pretty well known, I guess, amongst anyone that's done any ounce of training before. However, protein requirements, in my opinion, and certainly what the literature says, but more importantly, my experience, is that protein requirements are over-assessed or overstated in terms of what people actually need. And I'll give you an example. I weigh about 80 kilos, just rounded down for easiness sake. The literature says you need around 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to satisfy your protein needs. So if you're after maintaining your body weight or increasing your muscular just slightly, you're looking for, at 80 kilos, 1 to 1.5 grams per kilo. So for me, it'd be somewhere between 80 and 120, 130 grams of protein required for me in an entire day. So, to translate that to food content, a chicken breast, a large chicken breast that weighs around 250 grams will contain 75 to 80 grams of protein total. So, if I'm an 80 kilo guy and I was aiming to eat 1 gram of protein per kilo of body weight, that would mean that with 1 large chicken breast per day, I've eaten my requirement of 1 gram per kilo of body weight in protein. So probably that's the most important point. That's through 1 meal item at 1 meal. That's before I have some nuts, some low-fat yogurt, some tuna with my morning steak, with my morning salad, or whatever it may be. So firstly, don't overestimate your need for protein. The second thing is, what drives this consumption of protein supplements and supplements more generally is not necessarily a requirement, but the supplement industry. The supplement industry is worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. So I think you were hinting at this in your question, Brent, and that is, a lot of people feel that they need, it's almost the placebo effect, they need to have a protein supplement in order to kickstart their gym program. It's really funny. I constantly see guys go out and buy a stack of protein. They've gone into their local nutrient store or Mass Nutrition or whatever it is, whose primary job is to sell you product. And what they do is they get their wallet out and pay $200 to $250, spent all on protein, with this aim of turning into a tank. In reality, it's this. You don't need that amount of protein. And if you don't burn that amount of protein, the excess calories that you're consuming are really going to end up storing as fat on your body. Remember, fat storage largely comes down to calories in versus calories out. And so if you're consuming more calories than you actually need, the remainder is going to be stored as fat. There's no argument to that in the science. Now, I want to leave you with a story that's really, really helped me out. And I'm not dissing on people that consume protein supplements. I did it for years and years and years. What I found over the last 6 to 12 months, and everything that I recommend is not necessarily based on science, but it's based on my experience. This is what I found. The moment that I stopped eating like an absolute horse, the mistake I made was thinking that I needed this amount of calories. In reality, the moment that I stopped stuffing food in, I actually started to lose fat. And people keep commenting about my figure over the last, 3 to 4 months. Put simply, yes, I'm training hard, but I'm just not eating the indulgent amounts that I did before, thinking that for some reason my body just needs this incredible amount of food to keep me going. The reality is it didn't need it. So as a final point, I think subscribing to the concept that you need ridiculous amounts of protein supplied through supplements is really not true. And I guess the evidence for me is that I've cut out all supplements altogether, and I've probably never got greater results in the last decade than right now. I'm not consuming any supplements at all. So hopefully that goes a ways to answering the question. And if you do have any other questions, guys, please keep commenting, because I'm absolutely loving being able to help you guys out on a daily basis. So hopefully that answers the question, Brent. Cheers, brother. Thanks for that.